Matthew Perry's family and friends have come together to farewell the actor. The star's funeral was a small private.
Matthew Perry's loved ones have met up to goodbye the entertainer. The star's memorial service was a little special arrangement in Los Angeles, in a serious social event that grasped Hollywood Matthew Perry's internal circle, bid goodbye, in a cozy Los Angeles administration, denoting a finish to a section doused in both chuckling and distress. While murmurs of an establishment bearing his heritage arise, we ponder his innovative virtuoso. A man who made the inquiry, might she at any point be moreover my head reverberation, in the hearts of millions directly following Perry's troublesome death. The world stops wrestling with the truth of his non-attendance. It's a misfortune felt intensely by his companions, Aniston, Cox, Kudrow, Leblanc, and Schwimmer, who regret a partner, as well as a valued family of an unmatched TV family. He will be recognized as that person that made us snicker on Companions, transformed himself for 10 years. He was on the main show on TV, made a great many dollars their aggregate catastrophe gushes out over, into an assertion sharing the common misfortune that lines them together past the screen. Their words, a strong reverence, connect with Perry's family companions, and a worldwide crowd who found happiness in his on-screen, enchant the recognition's individual and significant flood in from individual companions, past individuals painting virtual entertainment with the shades of Matthew's memory. I left the message, I have some pride, do you know David Schwimmer's close-to-home accolade pierces through a demonstration of the profound associations fashioned under the spotlight. And as we dive into this aggregate mourning, a story unfurls a personal journey into the significant effect of Matthew Perry's life and inheritance on the individuals who realized him best. Go along with us as we explore through the narrative of a gathering joined by companionship, both on screen and off, as is commonly said, their last farewells to one of their own in the serene seriousness of Woodland Yard Church of the Slopes. An assemblage of shattered loved ones assembled to say goodbye to Matthew Perry. It was a Friday checked not toward the finish of a week of work, but rather toward the conclusion of an important time period for the individuals who had delighted in Perry's moxie among the grievers. Were Perry's 5 companions, co-stars, their looks scratched with despondency as they explored the profound gravitas of the confidential assistants Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, and Jennifer Aniston, showing up at a congregation at the Timberland Yard Graveyard in Los Angeles, inside the congregation's walls. Under the rambling Los Angeles sky, the assistants unfurled with a straightforwardness and impact fitting for a man worshipped for his easy humor and profundity. A passerby depicted a scene where giggling blended with tears, a demonstration of the range of feelings that Perry had forever had the option to evoke. The commendations, saturated with individual tales and delicate recollections, laid out a representation of a man whose fantasies had once filled screens across the globe. And as Peter Gabriel's Don't Surrender reverberated in the background, the verses resounded with a sad incongruity, mirroring the inner fights Perry had battled so fearlessly outside the congregation. Perry's family, including his mom Suzanne Morrison and his dad John Perry, remained with unemotional effortlessness, the paw conveyors, among whom was Perry's stepfather writer Keith Morrison, conveyed the heaviness of his coffin, as well as the heaviness of a heritage that had contacted millions. Jennifer Aniston, who had shown up among the principal, exemplified the opinion of a private circle, confronting the distinct public focal point. The cast's joint assertion had said it all. We are additionally totally crushed by the deficiency of Matthew. We were something other than castmates. We are a family. Their common misfortune, so significant, so substantial, was an unmistakable update that behind the veneer of their TV personas, there was a rugged security currently missing one of its basic pieces. As the assistants closed, and Perry was let go in a dim wooden casket, the protection existing apart from everything else had a place exclusively with his family. Yet the aggregate grieving spilled outwards as companions and fans, the same keep on standing vigil, sharing hugs, offering solace under the brilliant Californian sun. It was a scene intelligent of Perry's sweeping effect, where the magnificence of the Parkland entombment site remained as a glaring difference to the strong certainty of the day. Since I was on Companions, more individuals will pay attention to me. So I must exploit that I must assistance, however many individuals, as I can the designers of Companions, Marta Kaufman, David Crane, and Kevin Bry, participated in the chorale of Moores, expressing all we can manage to say is that we feel honored to have had him as a feature of our lives, this feeling. Reverberations the significant special interaction that Perry had with his personality, as well as with individuals he worked with. He was in excess of a cast part. He was the heartbeat of a show that characterized a TV time. His associates, actually staggering from the shock, have been genuine about their misery. We are so totally crushed by the deficiency of Matthew. They said as one this aggregate misfortune is felt profoundly by the people who saw him as family. As we dig into the close-to-home recognitions from the Companions cast, plainly Matthew Perry's memory lives energetically in the hearts of the individuals who realized him best. Maggie Wheeler, who depicted Janice Chandler Bing's hit-or-miss sweetheart, imparted her sadness via online entertainment to an ardent message highlighting the extraordinary security they shared on and off the screen. Organ Fairchild, who graced the show as Chandler's mom, gave her sympathies, uncovering the affectionate idea of the cast that stretched out past the focal advantage. Said he was unbelievably creative. He was innovative with how he adjusted the recognitions, pouring in reflect the warmth that Perry directed, as well as the profound regard he collected among his friends. Vocalist Adele, in a tear-streak accolade, typified the sensations of many. He's presumably the best comedic entertainer ever, while Alyssa Milano reviewed individual minutes that displayed Perry's off-screen humor. You made me giggle. That difficult sort of chuckle, a cry chuckle, the span of his inheritance, is underlined by the contacting words from Canada's head of the state, Justin Trudeau, a cherished companion of Perry's who recognized the set of experiences they partook following Matthew Perry's passing. A contacting account surfaces, featuring David Schwimmer's fortitude with his Companions co-stars during their ascent to fame, revealed by the gatekeeper. We've learned of Schwimmer's powerful job in cultivating monetary equity among the group, intelligent of the affectionate connections produced past the screen. Perry, at 24, ventured into the hurricane of Companions, an excursion he chronicled in Companions till the end. The 10-year spell, catapulting him to worldwide notoriety, introduced a two-sided deal of monstrous prevalence and a deficiency of security. He attempted to recover his ensuing book, Companions Darlings, and the large horrendous thing offers an insider's perspective on the cast's elements, especially lauding Schwimmer's choice to advocate for bound-together compensation discussions. Schwimmer, close by Aniston, might have utilized their storyline for more significant compensation as the series' third season moved toward. Rather, Schwimmer's proposition for aggregate bartering was a move that exhibited his honesty and premonition, a reality Perry appreciatively recognized, perceiving the expanded influence and solidarity it brought the cast. By the last season, their fortitude had paid off, with each cast part procuring $1,100,000 per episode. As Hollywood grieves Perry, these stories of kinship reverberate, emphatically highlighting the genuine kinships that Companions encouraged. Schwimmer's motion, presently carved in the tradition of the show, reflects the responsibility they generally imparted, passing on us to a significant feeling of the getting through securities, framed during their famous spat. The shadow of a significant misfortune cluster of direction arises to pierce the dismal skies of Hollywood. The Matthew Perry establishment has been fashioned from the ashes of Perry's sympathetic soul, an encouraging sign devoted to those grappling with habits, steady hold enslavement. The enormous horrible thing is very strong for anybody to overcome alone, yet together each day in turn, we can't pulsate it. This trimade, following Perry's unfavorable takeoff, conveys the pinnacle of his persevering through obligation to helping other people battling with the sickness of fixation. The world While grieving observers the introduction of a heritage that looks to rise above his on-screen eternality, in light of the fact that by itself you lose to the illness. And presently I at long last feel oak, and feel like I have some strength. The establishment, as expressed in its sincere declaration, epitomizes Perry's selfless yearnings, as well as the acknowledgement of Matthew's persevering, through responsibility, a powerful reverberation of his significant desire to be associated with his humanitarian undertakings, as opposed to his notable job as Chandler Bing. This account, cultivated all through his life, found voice in his own powerful reflection. When I bite the dust, I don't believe companions should be the primary thing that is referenced. I maintain that helping other people should be the primary thing that is referenced, and I will carry on with the remainder of my life, demonstrating that my will that was messed up, it was that I have this illness, and I want to find support. And it is a dream that now, like never,